You know, TRZ studios lately have become messy, dirty, not real nice like. You know, I like to blame my kids for this, but mostly it's because I eat a lot of beef jerky in this room.
Yeah, I like beef jerky because the jerky is so
You're just getting trashed. I was literally out there looking for vacuums for this room and the workshop. And then Milwaukee comes out with this brand new vacuum cleaner. Yep, that's right. I done first showed you this during the Milwaukee Pipeline event. If you're a subscriber, you know this by now. I figured, you know what? What better vacuum would there be than a Milwaukee shop studio vacuum? So we got one, and you know what? We're gonna use and abuse. We're gonna see what this thing is capable of doing. We're gonna talk about all the things that I like about this, maybe one or two things that I don't. But you definitely wanna stick around to the end, so that way you know whether or not you should spend your hard-earned money on this new Milwaukee M18 fuel vacuum. All right, so here is the deal. There are a ton of vacuums out there made by other tool manufacturers that we brought to the channel. A lot of them are very good. Will this compare to those other vacuums, or is it better? We're gonna see what gadgets you get with it. You know, I've been using this exclusively for the last couple days and really trying to put it through its paces. But before we turn this on, let me show you what you're going to get with this, how everything pretty much goes together. And then what we'll do is we'll move on and then we will clean things. All right, so basically what you're going to get is the main unit itself. That's for the sucky. You're gonna get some hoses, you're gonna get the holding bracket, you're going to get some extensions, you're going to get the sweeper head attachment itself. Of course, that is for the carpet. And then you're actually going to get one for hard surfaces. Now, even though you get both of these, one for the carpet and one for the hard surfaces, I actually found that the one for the carpet cleans the hard surfaces just fine. I'll tell you why here in a bit. And it literally only takes a minute to put this thing together. You get the attachment, it goes like this, clicks in. You'll get a bracket, which we'll talk about also here in a bit. It goes right up on the front like so. That's going to be for all of your attachments. All right, let's talk about this real quick. I got that clip on there. I got all the attachments on there. Do I like the way the clip is? You know, it goes on there pretty easy, but here's my issue. This is pretty top heavy, again, which we'll talk about here in a bit. You got two holders right there, so if you put screws in your wall, you can hang this up. My concern is though, is that this thing is a little top heavy where it may actually pull this piece off. I think it's on there pretty good. I just wish that they came out with some type of clip or somewhere where this actually attached a little bit better than letting it slide like it does. I did not realize how well Milwaukee IA actually matched my chair. So nice. All right, so now that you got those attached, it's up to you. What do you want to use? You want to use the hard surface or the vacuum? Well, let's use the carpet sweeper. So all you got to do is take this and it goes in like so, and it clips in. And if I want to release that, there's a little button right here that I push and it'll come right out. So let's put that back in again. Now on the back here, or on the bottom actually, you have a bagless chamber where all of your dust is going to collect. You just push that. Oh. I accidentally made a mess on my hardwood floor and my carpet. What to do? We'll sweep it. All right, super simple to do. You can put any Milwaukee M18 battery in here. We're going to use the high output 8.0, and all you do is put it in the back like so. Now you have your on and off switch right here, and also you got two speeds, a low and a high. So right now it's off. If I want to go to a medium speed, flip this up just once. If I want to go to high, now believe it or not, I talked about this thing being a little bit bigger on top, but you get a $1/4 gallon worth of trash or junk or whatever you want to call it in this canister right here. So it's actually going to hold quite a bit. You also get a certified HEPA filter in here, which is nice because you can actually clean it out and then reuse it. I will tell you, with all of the time that I have been using this vacuum, I have not noticed any dust coming out anywhere on this, even with the nastier stuff, and I'll show you that here in a bit. Now, with the airflow on this, you're looking at 40 CFM. So it's definitely not the most powerful vacuum, you know, the ones that I use around the house that plug in. But remind you, this is 100% cordless. There is no cord to this vacuum at all. It just runs off of the battery. And I know some of you are going to ask, you get 1 3/4 inch hose diameter. And before we start sucking, I'm also going to let you know that the weight of this sweeper You're looking around 8 pounds without the battery, 10 pounds with the battery. All right, so let's just get this going, shall we? We got the nasty, we got the ugly, and yeah, this is usually what it looks like when I'm done eating my beef jerky. We're just gonna throw this thing up on high and we're gonna sweep it into its real nice like. Here we go. I believe it's time for some of that sweet, sweet GoPro action. All right, so let's talk about the sweeper portion first, the carpet portion, if you will. And then we'll go over to the hard area and see how the other attachment does. So all in all, I was actually really surprised with how deep this thing got in the carpet. It really pulls up a lot of stuff. Now, I have very expensive vacuum cleaners. One of them happens to be a Shark vacuum, and I don't think it's able to get as much as this vacuum got. This thing really gets close to the ground and just pulls that stuff up, which I was really surprised about. The carpet is completely clean down there, and here's what's cool about this. This thing is able to pick up some really, really fine dust particulates, but you also have this cloth on the outside that really allows that dust to be trapped inside and be pulled up in instead of out. That's a pretty smart idea right there, because I didn't notice anything being pushed out the sides on the harder surfaces like you would see on a lot of different vacuum cleaners. However, even though there is a plus with this being able to pull up such a fine particulate, it's a little bit hard to push on the carpet. So these smaller wheels right here, I think if they were a little bit bigger, that might help, but it is not the easiest vacuum to push or pull back. Oh, in case I forget, yeah, you can remove that canister completely if you want, simply by pushing this button right here and then opening it up like so, and then you can just put it back on like that. All right, so we have on the attachment for the hard floor. We're gonna go on high again, see how it does. That's really, really smooth. All right, check this out. We picked up a really big piece of dirt, like a dust bunny type of deal. And you can see this right here will turn red if you start getting some restriction to your airflow. Now, a pretty simple way to do this, if you start getting some restriction, obviously you want to make sure that your vacuum attachments aren't clogged, but you also have this lock and unlock right here where you can see that it's starting to get stuck in right there. And now all you have to do is just simply run your finger up through there, push it down in, and it's ready to be cleaning again. All right, so we're gonna put this back on, lock it, and now you shouldn't have that light anymore. All right, let's talk about these attachments real quick. If I wanted to, I can take off my extender and just put them in like this, and that way, if you wanna get into some tighter areas, maybe your car or in the corners, but you don't wanna have to worry about carrying around your wand and all that, this thing actually has a lot of suction. Now, it'll suck. It won't blow, it'll suck. Check this out. So right here we got some of that nasty, and it's on carpet. If this was on hardwood, it would be a lot easier, concrete or whatever your shop floor is made out of. But check it out, we're gonna turn this on. Now, as for build quality, this thing is pretty freaking amazing. Definitely a lot better than any of the other stick vacs that I've used. A lot more heavy duty, definitely. Even the vacuums that you use around your house feel very plastic. This right here is a very thick plastic. Would I suggest this for a whole home use? No. Could it do it? Yeah, but no, I wouldn't, just because it's a little bit hard to push. It's not really made for that. This is made for the shops, the RVs, the garages, the office, the studio, you know, more heavy duty cleaning. It is not a wet vac. You're not going to be able to pull up water with this. Super simple to use, super simple to get those attachments in there. A little bit hard to push on carpet. I'm going to throw that out there again, but comfort. You know, it's bulky. It's very bulky up on top. But what's nice about this is you can kind of lean it up against something and this will set on whatever you're leaning it up against, like a table or a workbench or whatever. But it is a little bit heavier, just maybe not heavy, but just bulky with this. But that being said, you're going to get a lot more power with this, a lot more areas to clean that thing out with. Overall, this thing is awesome. You know, I was really excited when this thing came out, but I was a little bit worried that it was going to lack the power that a lot of other stick vacs have, but it doesn't. This is the most powerful, I guess, stick vac, you want to call it, out on the market, I think, today. It is just a beast. Would this be good for pet hair? Yeah, I actually think it would, and I'll tell you why. You don't have as many bristles down on the bottom, and I think you are going to be able to get that out a lot easier. I also did not have any issue or any concern with this scratching hardwood floors. That said, it's not the most powerful vacuum out on the market by any means. This is strictly, again, a portable vacuum that does not have a cord. But for what you get for around $200 right now, it's a damn good buy. You know, it doesn't pull you like a lot of people want. It doesn't have that self-propelled motion, I would say. You do got the smaller wheels up here. If you are looking for something that is going to be versatile, cleaning the car, shop, garage, I'm telling you, check this thing out. I am very impressed with it. Oh, and no lights up here too. I'm just throwing that out as well. But all in all, very, very good job by Milwaukee. Now, I want to know what you think. Are you planning on trying this vacuum out? If you are, leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what your favorite feature about this vacuum is. I love hearing your feedback. If you like tools, especially Milwaukee tools, get subscribed, hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any more videos coming your way. You can smash that like button. Greatly appreciated. I always appreciate you stopping by. With that, we'll be back with more videos soon.